Howdy folks, and welcome back to Concilium Watch. I'm Austin. On this episode of Army Builder Briefings, we're going to be making lists for the U.S. Ariadne Ranger Force. For a more in-depth overview of all the units in USARF, check out our overview video. Link will be down in the description. USARF has a lot of tough units, plenty of fire ammunition, along with a good mix of utility units. Some of the things you're going to run into when list building with USARF is deciding what core fire team to use. Grunts are cheap medium infantry and your basic line unit. Minutemen can core, duo, and Harris. In addition, one Minuteman can join a fire team of Grunts. Marauders are another really good core or Harris option. However, if you want to put Wild Bill on the table, you're going to have to bring a Grunt core or bring him alone, which is not a terrible idea. Most of your more utility pieces are irregular, but don't let that dissuade you from bringing them. They will still do what you need them to do. To review the 5 things you typically need in a good sectorial army list, they are a core fire team for link team bonuses, midfield specialists to push buttons and complete objectives, hit pieces, troops with high burst weapons for active turn shooting, defensive pieces, troops who will mainly be on ARO duty or roadblocks, such as troops with mine layer, and order monkeys, because the more you have, the more you can do. And it's important to remember that these are just suggestions and good starting points for new players. But we encourage you to make your own list depending on what's best for you and your own play style. Without further ado, let's get into the briefing. All right, we are here in Army 7. We're going to go to Ariadne, U.S. Ariadne Ranger Force. All right, we're going to start off with a very general list. And to start off with that very general list, you need that good core fire team. So a good core fire team, we start off with the Unknown Ranger, because the Unknown Ranger is perfect in every way, form, and fashion with his 6'2 movement, his MSV1, specialist operative, and tactical awareness. Bring that AP Spitfire. He is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You'll never not make a list without the Unknown Ranger, in my opinion. And he's a wild card. You can put him in any fire team in this sectorial army. So let's finish. So how are we going to finish up that? Let's go to the Grunts. Let's grab the Lieutenant. I typically like the Lieutenant with the grenade launcher. Yes, they are BS11, but with the link team bonuses, you're going to be, you can spec fire a grenade launcher on 14s. Before the negative, so you'll start at 14 because of the link team bonus, but then it's -6 to shoot because spec fire, and so you'll be hitting on 8s, which is just fine. It's just fine. I've done it a lot with Margot in Merovingia, so 8s, it's not bad to spec fire a grenade launcher. So I like having the grenade launcher Lieutenant. And let's grab, the Grunts have a really good sniper with an AP sniper +1 damage and BS attack shock. I think that's a really good defensive piece. Ariadne Overhaul is very defensive because they have, most things have armor, at least armor 3. So you're going to be playing kind of defensively with these guys anyway, lots of roadblocks. So the AP Sniper +1 damage and BS Attack Shock Grunt in a link can be really good. And let's grab the Paramedic, because you want a Paramedic. And let's go grab a Minuteman for this. And we already have a high burst weapon in the Unknown Ranger. I really, me personally, like the Missile Launcher. Missile Launcher is another good piece to throw in here. And everybody's always scared of blast templates, and Missile Launcher is a good blast template. And let's bring a spare, because remember we're kind of expecting for the AP sniper to go down. There are better shots, even in a core link team. So if you're going second, and with that LT, you're on a whip 12 on the lieutenant roll to begin with. So if you happen to be going second, which is fine, just expect the AP sniper rifle to go down, because then we can bring another grunt because they are availability total. Let's just bring that heavy flamethrower because it's quick 10 points. So when the sniper goes down, you still have a full, you can still make a full 5-man link team for the unknown ranger and that Minuteman missile launcher to go do work for you. All right. So we are being very defensive with these guys, so let's get a couple of roadblocks. One of the better roadblocks in USARF are the hard cases, the 2nd Regular Frontiersman Battalion. The reason that these guys are good is they have infiltration, they have mimetism, they have terrain total, but they have a decoy. And I think that's really interesting because there's not a whole lot of camo in USARF at all. So you really mainly just have the Foxtrot Rangers and the hard cases. And so you could kind of play a tiny itty bitty shell game with the hard cases. If you have the option, like the tactical bow and the rifle is good, but the light shotgun and the tactical bow is still good. I'm going to bring the 2 tactical bows here. So in this particular case, so that's enough for group 1. So in group 1, we've got our core and then the 2 irregular hard cases. However, you still have 7 orders with the tactical awareness order from the unknown ranger to do all the things you want to with that core and let the unknown ranger and the Minuteman and that grunt core as a whole shine while still having a couple of roadblocks in the hard cases. All right, moving right along for group 2, we need more attack pieces, and I really like the Devil Dogs for this. Devil Dogs, what makes these Dog Warriors special from other Dog Warriors is they come with a canine antipode that has sensor. So you get your normal things that most Dog Warriors do, but you're losing out on the grenades for a peripheral canine antipode that has 6/6 movement, that has sensor and super jump and mimetism -3. It's pretty good, not bad. Also, you get a heavy shotgun with that. I'm going to bring the 2 heavy shotguns because if you get close enough, you're shooting on 16s before negatives. A heavy shotgun can do real good work for you. And they come with smoke grenades anyway, so if you're throwing it correctly, you're throwing on 19s in good range. So let's bring 2 of those. Those are good hit pieces to have, and they come with 2 orders apiece, so you can get free smoke with the impetuous phase. Alright, so we need some midfield specialists. So your only real midfield specialists are your 7th Foxtrot Rangers. So you just grab 2 FOs. You're going to bring 2 FOs in every single list. Alright, other good roadblock to put in here are more grunts, because remember, availability total is their infiltration option with a heavy flamethrower and a light shotgun. Is a good little roadblock with fire damage, so the continuous damage now in N4 to put them somewhere. They're going to come around a corner and they're just going to take a heavy flamethrower right to the face. They're good little roadblocks. Again, you're going to be playing very defensively with USARF as a whole, so play into that. And make your opponent try to dig you out of every single situation. It's really an attrition game because you can get 15 orders really easily with USARF. So make them dig you out. Make them waste the orders to try to dig out everything that you have. And the last thing, so we got 20 left. Let's bring an Airborne Ranger. And let's bring that FO to throw down in there. So this is pretty good. So you got 4 orders, 4 regular orders and 2 irregular and 2 irregular, and 2 impetuous. So in that first turn, let the Devil Dogs go do work for you. Let them use their sensor to find all the midfield camo tokens and just rip them to shreds. The heavy shotgun and the peripheral, the canine antipode, will do work for you. Let the Foxtrots do push buttons and the missions for you. Let the grunts also be roadblocks along with the hard cases, because you'll have 2 Foxtrots, 2 grunt infiltrators, and 2 hard cases. That's 6 things in the midfield, and it'll look like 8 things in the midfield because of the hard cases decoy. And coming around when you need it, or third turn, if you happen to be going last and you have the last turn, throw that Airborne Ranger down there if the Foxtrots happen to get down, and you've got another specialist to go push buttons and do things. Because they're really good about that. Yes, they are armor 1, but they do have stealth, and they have martial arts level 2, so can be really scary in close combat. I like the 6th Airborne Ranger Regiment, and they can do some really, really good work for you. But this is a good general list as a whole for USARF. You've got all the things that you need. You got defensive pieces. You're mostly going to be playing with defensive pieces. But you got good attack pieces and the Devil Dog, which are also utility because of sensor, checking out all of those camo markers your opponents have in the midfield. And the Unknown Ranger with his AP Spitfire is a good overall list for USARF. Alright, we're going to trash that one and we're going to move on. And let's show another list, and let's use the Marauder Corps this time, because Marauder Corps is good. So let's start off with our Unknown Ranger, AP Spitfire, because Unknown Ranger, AP Spitfire. And let's use the Marauders, which are really good. So you have 4 deployment plus 4 inches. They got to keep that. They are dogged, which is good. And they have stealth, which is also good because Rangers lead the way, right? So let's grab the Lieutenant. This is a Whip 13 Lieutenant. A little bit better than the Grunts. And let's grab the Sniper Rifle. It's not an AP Sniper Rifle, but he does have +1 burst. So having that +1 burst is 4 shots from a regular Sniper Rifle, along with having MSV1. So that's really good. Really good. And it can be really good on the active turn. It'd be better if you had Neurokinetics, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And let's get another defensive piece, because you want to go defensive piece, and more MSV1. So grab that heavy rocket launcher, because we're going to expect the sniper to go down. And let's grab that paramedic. So there's the main core. Now remember, we're going to try. The sniper rifle is probably going to go down. There are better shots. So if he does happen to go down, you can't bring Wild Bill, but we need another wild card. And one of the better wild cards in this sectorial is Rosie Monroe. She is wonderful for this because she also has forward deployment plus 4 inches. The only one that doesn't in this core would be the Unknown Ranger, and you can hide him fairly effectively. Rosie Monroe's got Specialist Operative and Dogged, so it's another specialist to roll off of. Now you've got, so once the sniper goes down, it'll look more like that. So you still have a template weapon in the heavy rocket launcher. You've got another one in the light rocket launcher, along with D-charges, a high burst weapon, a paramedic to pick things up, and the lieutenant. So you have a spare, as it were. That's a really good core with a spare. And let's show off some of the bikes. Yeah, let's show off the bikes. So let's go with a Maverick. Now, my favorite Maverick and the most seen Maverick is the submachine gun with a light rocket launcher, because they do have MSV1. And they provide their own smoke, which will also help the smoke for your sniper rifle and your heavy rocket launcher if you can keep it alive in later games. He's a fast mover with 8-4 movement, and that light rocket launcher with MSV-1 and providing its own smoke works out really, really well. All right, that's enough for Group 1, so let's move on to Group 2. And let's grab another one. Let's grab a hit piece there, and let's grab the AP Spitfire Maverick. Because AP Spitfire Maverick is, fast and deadly. I love it, providing its own smoke. You can really use smoke to your advantage with all of the motorcycles that come with smoke grenade launchers in this sectorial. Alright, so we need our midfield specialist, so let's grab our Foxtrots, always the 2 FOs. Alright, and let's grab some roadblocks. Let's grab 3 of these guys. Let's grab 3 infiltrating roadblocks. Ground infiltration with heavy flamethrowers and light shotguns. Yes. Alright, so we got a little bit of points, and we got already filled out our SWC. So let's go with the Desperados. Let's get even more smoke. Let's fill the board up with smoke, especially with Unknown Ranger and 2 Marauders having MSV-1, along with both of the Mavericks having MSV-1. There's a lot of MSV-1 in this list, so let's make use of all the smoke that we possibly can. There's 2 options here. You can go with they're both 6 points. The only difference is a heavy pistol plus 1 burst or the assault pistol plus 1 burst. The assault pistol has an AP close combat weapon, where the assault pistol profile has a shot close combat weapon. I personally like the assault pistol plus 1 burst and shot close combat weapon because dice are king. The more dice you have, the more you can succeed or stop an opponent. So that's at 299 points and 6 SWC. This is making use of all of the smoke that you can bring and all of the MSV that you are bringing. Because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things with MSV-1 and all the smoke that you could possibly get your hands on. So that's because you got 1, 2, 3, 4 smoke throwers. That's really good. It's really good. So that's a good Marauder core, and another good general list to have if you decided you wanted to use the Marauder core. Moving right along, let's go to our next list. Let's go of even more defensive. Let's make them really dig you out. Let's play into that defense really hard. So let's trash this one. And let's think about this for a second. But we want to be able to hit things as well. So let's start off with our Unknown Ranger, because Unknown Ranger. Let's do our grunts. Let's not bring a Minuteman in this one. So let's do our AP Sniper Rifle. And let's bring Wild Bill in this one. We're going to bring the Contender, because we're just going to start with the Contender. If we can upgrade, we got 3 points left over, we can upgrade to the rifle, we will. But if not, we still can bring Wild Bill, because Wild Bill just makes the grunt core better. Let's grab Rosie, because we'll want a blast template to go in there. And let's grab a paramedic. You know what? I'm going to be a little bit... Let's play a really defense. Let's go 2 paramedics. So you got your regular core with the Unknown Ranger, your Sniper Rifle, Wild Bill, Rosie, and a paramedic. And if the sniper was to go down, you've got a spare paramedic that will be like that. Unknown Ranger, Wild Bill, Rosie, and 2 paramedics. You can really fix up your specialty pieces. Your specialist being Rosie and the Unknown Ranger, and Wild Bill is just super, super, super deadly in that 0 to 8 range with the multi-pistols. So there's your core, so let's play with that. We do have the MSV still with the Unknown Ranger, so let's grab a Desperado, just a single one, with a chain rifle. So there's Group 1. Group 2, let's play with a Marauder Harris, because you're still going to get your +1 burst in active turn with the Marauder. and that'll help out with the Desperado smoke as well. So let's grab the sniper rifle +1 burst. Let's grab the lieutenant option there in group 2. That way you can kind of, because the Marauders are not really going to be moving out here. They're really just going to be sitting back there in ARO. And let's grab the paramedic. So if the sniper rifle was to go down or go into, if it's on your active turn and going into the dogged state, the paramedic can pick him up from the dogged state because it is technically in a null state. He's gonna be in a dead state, so you can cure the dogged as long before the end of your turn. Once the end of your turn, he's going to go down for good, and he's going to be taken off the board. But as long as it's before that, you can still cure him from the dogged state. But we do need a hit piece to go here with this. So let's go with a Devil Dog, and let's not go with the heavy shot. Let's go with the regular chain rifle one this time. All right, and we got to get our midfield specialist with our 2 Foxtrot FOs. And we need a couple. Let's dig them out. Dig them out. Grab those ground infiltration heavy flamethrowers to fill out the rest of that list. And this is really, really defensive. If you happen to be going second, you can just really make them like waste and waste and waste orders to try to dig you out of every single position. And on the attacking side, you can move out with the core team and the Devil Dogs and just wreak so much havoc. You want to really make them, do the work. Do the work. It's bad attrition and leaving one Foxtrot alive to complete the mission. That's what it's all about. That is the Army way. All right, but that's a really good defensive list. Just make them eat all the sniper rifles. All right, and the last list I'm going to show you today is a personal favorite of mine because I really like the tractor mules. And the reason that I really like the tractor mules and I want to make the artillery work is it can, and it can be super devastating if you can pull it off. It can be super devastating if you pull it off. All right, group 1. Again, Unknown Ranger, AP Spitfire, because Unknown Ranger, AP Spitfire. All right, let's grab our Grunt LT. We're going to grab the Grenade Launcher, because Grenade Launcher. Let's grab our Minuteman Missile Launcher. Rosie and a Paramedic. Rosie and a Paramedic. Alright, so there's your core team. We're not bringing a spare here. We are not going to bring a spare this time. But this is a good core. You just want to move out. You don't want to play so much defense. You want to move these guys out. So if you're going second, hide everyone. Hide everyone. Make them come to you. You want these guys to come out and come get you so you can use the tractor mules to the biggest advantage that they can possibly get, because they're not great by themselves, but with the combo with the FOs and the tractor mule in the targeted state, it's fantastic, wonderful, and can ruin entire armies. So we're going to go with the tractor mules, and we're going to bring the dozer, and I really like the total reaction Uragan. You can bring the Katyusha Morale, which is double action, but the Uragan is AP shock, and I like the total reaction because if they happen to get close, if you're playing, for instance, against O12 and they have Andromeda, that total reaction, if they happen to get too close, the Uragan can still throw down some good ARO with the Uragan. 3 shots at AP shock. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I like the total reaction. All right, that's it for group 1. Group 2 is going to look a little more aggressive in this sense, and let's bring a Devil Dog, because Devil Dog does a lot of work for you. Let's bring a Maverick. Spitfire. So what we're doing here in the second group is we're making a lot of threats to make them want to come and deal with the threats and the Devil Dog and the Maverick. But you're also going to have threats in the midfield that they're going to need to take care of. We want to create also threats in the midfield to take care of, so they do have to come out and they have to take care of them. So you really want to hide your guys really well. So go to your grunts, grab 2 infiltrators. And in this case, we're going to bring 3 Foxtrot FOs. 1, 2, 3. Throw them down here. We want as many FOs as we can get our hands on, reasonably without sacrificing somewhere else. And you got 3 FOs instead of the regular 2. And let's bring an Airborne Ranger. Yep, let's bring an Airborne Ranger FO. So for later times, so now for later, if you're on your active turn, you can find if a Harris has come out into the midfield or a really scary camo marker has revealed himself and taken out something. Now you've got 3 FO Foxtrots, get him in a position where he can see that unit, drop the Airborne Ranger FO down safely, and then you can coordinated order all 4 of them to forward observe that one target, get it targeted, and then you can just spend 5. You can't spend any more than 5 on a guided shot. But the Uragan could just fire. So it's shooting, and it'll be shooting on, because of the targeted, will be on 16s. And that's fantastic. Much better than the BS-10. And it'll have no negatives, because it's just a guided shot. So it's really good. It can be really powerful. It does take a little bit to set up, and it takes some finagling to get right, but it's absolutely worth it to try out the tractor mules and to try to make it work. To play with your friends, try it out. If you can make it work, you're just going to be like, this is amazing. Amazing. So guys, I hope you liked the video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit the bell icon. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for enjoying our videos. We love making this content and giving it to you guys. We'll see you next time.